The vast majority of the cosmos is voids. Gigantic, almost unimaginable bubbles of nothing stretch for hundreds of millions of light years. They are not just empty gaps. They are active, growing, drifting, colliding, and merging. Inside them, space itself is stretched, and it is almost impossible for galaxies to enter. Voids are weird and they are scary, yet they sculpt the entire universe and may ultimately decide its fate. More than 8,000 voids and supervoids have been mapped so far, and more are found all the time. No matter how large a cluster or even a supercluster becomes, there always seems to be an even larger void nearby. Picture a plunge off the cosmic cliff, straight into nothingness. Before the darkness, take one last look back. You are zooming away from Earth at thousands of times the speed of light, leaving the solar system and the local neighborhood behind. The entire Milky Way comes into view, a grand spiral with about 200 billion stars and dozens of dwarf galaxies dancing around it. 2.5 million light-years away, Andromeda looms on a slow collision course, bringing its own swarm of satellites. Now the pace increases to 1 million times faster than light in this thought experiment. The local group of more than 50 galaxies appears, tied together by gravity, rivers of gas, and an invisible scaffold of dark matter. This pocket of the universe is around 10 million light-years across. It is a realm no human will ever leave, except in imagination. Keep going. The Virgo Supercluster unfolds next, a vast wall of more than 2,000 galaxies spread over roughly 100 million light-years. Careful at the edge. This is where true darkness begins. The local void beckons, a giant empty bubble about 200 million light-years across. If it glowed instead of hiding in blackness, it would fill 40% of the night sky. Beyond it, dozens of other superclusters and gigantic voids wait, each filled with the same suffocating emptiness. Now aim for the deepest nothing. The center of the Boötes Supervoid. This cosmic desert is around 300 million light-years wide, so large it should hold thousands of galaxies. But instead, there is silence. Absolute darkness. No up or down, no motion, nothing to orient yourself. There is no hint that a universe exists beyond this place. To human eyes, this feels like an inescapable prison. And this is not a rare corner. This is how most of the universe looks. Just blackness, without movement, everywhere. Yet even here, something faint hides in the dark. Thin tendrils of dark matter reach into the void like sparse cosmic lichen. They echo the much larger forest of filaments that form the scaffold of galaxies and clusters outside. At their tips are faint blue specks adrift in the ocean of black. Void galaxies. They are rare, isolated, and lonely, like small fireflies unable to light up the night. Before telescopes could peer deep into the past, astronomers expected a uniform cosmos with galaxies spread out evenly. Instead, the universe revealed a vast cosmic web. Sheets and filaments weave through space, meeting at dense knots where galaxy clusters and superclusters gather. Between them lie enormous empty gaps, the voids. This structure only looks static because the distances are so immense. In reality, galaxies blast through space at millions of kilometers per hour. They plunge into collisions, tug and pull on each other, and drift toward the centers of larger clusters. Yet they cling to the rims of voids, like reflections of light on soap bubbles. If the cosmos is so dynamic, why does nothing seem to shoot into a void and stay there naturally? Voids are extremely hard for galaxies to enter. Gravity behaves strangely at their edges and even more strangely inside. It can look like voids spit out anything that tries to come in, pushing matter to the borders. The explanation is simple. Everything with mass attracts everything else. Inside the void, There is almost no mass, while at the edges there are galaxy walls and clusters. The dense edges win the tug of war every time. The emptier a void is, the harder the pull on whatever remains inside. Over time, voids get emptier, while the walls and knots around them grow denser and brighter. Would it even make sense to fly a ship into a cosmic void technically? Escaping the gravity of a home galaxy is the hardest part. But once inside, there is not much to visit. Unless the goal is to hide. To hide really well. What kind of cosmic horror would scare a civilization enough to flee into a void? That question lingers. Back in the crowded regions like the home of the Milky Way, galaxies are busy. Neighbors tug at each other. They collide and merge. In contrast, void galaxies are so isolated that they age in slow motion. They tend to be smaller, bluer, and full of gas. They birth new stars more slowly and more calmly than their crowded cousins. In the long decline of a dying universe, these could be the last places to remain habitable. The last star in the universe will likely be born in a void galaxy. Maybe, in about 100 trillion years, a desperate alien society will attempt an impossible journey to stretch its existence a little longer by reaching a lonely galaxy in the dark. There is one more thing that makes voids special. Dark energy. Most scientists think this mysterious force is accelerating the expansion of the universe and will ultimately cause its demise. Its effects are hard to see inside galaxies and clusters, because gravity has a firm grip where matter is dense. But inside voids, dark energy is visible in action. Here, bubbles of nothing are blown up. This is where the acceleration of cosmic expansion reveals itself most clearly. As voids grow larger and larger, they start to break the structure of the universe. The beautiful filaments that connect galaxies are slowly pulled apart. Walls of thousands of galaxies thin out and slide toward the margins, attracted by denser regions at the edges. Two void bubbles become one, and the emptiness spreads. In the far future, supervoids will take over the observable universe. Clusters will be crushed by distance. The expansion will keep going, farther and farther, until the entire observable universe becomes a gigantic void of nothingness. The loneliest place in existence. If most of reality is emptiness that shapes everything, what does it mean to live on one of the rare bright islands in a sea of dark?